Hi folks, in this video I'm gonna show you how easily you may connect your Move module to the frontend application. Basically, we are going to connect our counter which we created on the latest video. If you don't seen that video, the pop-out should be in the right top corner. So yeah, check it out first full because you may do not understand everything what we will be doing in here, but if you did it already, let's go ahead and let's do it together right away. So yeah, this is our counter as you may see, and to deploy it we need to do few steps. Basically I noted it in my readme file. So if you don't have a wallet, you need to first of all create the wallet. Basically you need to pass this command to create your default profile, because in the Aptos network your wallet are stored like in .ml file, like so. Basically they are stored like something like that. Like this is our default wallet, and it got some public key. It got also some private key, and there is more information about these keys, and we may get like many of these keys with other names like test, for example. And that's how the Aptos store keys on our desktop. So yeah, this is in .aptos folder in our system. Yeah, so that's it. So we want to create the new default profile. I got a default profile already, so I will not create another one because it will overwrite my profile. As you may see, when I pass this command, I got information that the profile already exists. Should the program ask me should it overwrite it, but I don't want to overwrite my account because I got related programs to them. So yeah, that's why I skip it. So next we need to get funds from Facet. So we call this function to get not function. We call this command to get the Aptos tokens from Faucet that basically give us money to allow us like to pay for the transaction and many more. And next we need to basically compile our code. But wait a second, because I need to go to my personal counter, cd personal counter, and here I may run a command that will compile our counter. Basically, you have to pass with command aptos move compile, then pass your address as a name. You need to pass the variable which you used, and also your wallet which you wanna use in here. I get some trouble with additional wallets. I don't know why, but when I use a default wallet, it always compile. When I try to like build it with test wallet, there's some issue. Oh no, there's not issue for now, but when I try to publish it, probably there will be some issue. So yeah, but wait a second. As you may see, the publisher in our dev addresses is hard-coded, but in here, the publisher is a bottom line. It means that we want to pass the publisher at the deploying. So that's what we pass in here. We give the name of our we pass in here name of our not publisher but profile, yeah, of our desktop profile, and then Aptos is searching this profile in the Aptos folder. Yeah, so let's try to publish in for now. As you may see, there's some error. Yeah, Okay, I'm trying to publish this, but as you may see, when I'm trying to publish that using the test wallet, there is some issue. And this issue is because module address does not match sender. And you may think, so what's going on? Basically, the problem is that we want to publish our program, and we want to publish our program which was compiled with the test user, uh, but the interaction with blockchain is in. Wait a second. Let's throw back and let's talk about let's get full scope of this. Basically, CLI communicate with blockchain using some wallet. As you may know, to do some stuff on blockchain, you need to have a wallet. Yeah. So that's why we also got the error that the address does not match sender, because our sender in here is our default sender. So our default sender is the default, because default is default. So we got the default user, and the default user in Aptos config is sender. Yeah. So that's why we got this error, because the sender do not match the actual publisher, because we want to publish this move module using test build and also test publisher, but this publish is sent by other sender. Like we use two wallets to publish that. That's why there's an error, because only one wallet may publish it. So that's why I have to build it with not a test, but I want to build it with default. Yeah, move compile with the publisher default, and in here I want to also publish it with our default publisher. Okay, as you may see, there will be an error. Probably it should be error, because I got this program deployed right away and there's no issue. So probably I overwrite it, if I understand it right. Let's try it again. May I overwrite it? Yes. Let's call it yes. Yeah, I probably overwrited our program, because I got it program deployed already. But as you may see, this program executed successfully. Basically, the deployment of this program, deployment of this contract executed successfully. It means that there was no issue. So let's try to run now the function bump. You may wonder what is going on in here. So basically, we call the Aptos, the Aptos move to run command, and we want to run some command. Yeah. So we need to tell the Aptos which command we want to run. We want to run the function called bump. This function is in module called counter, as you may see. Let's throw back in here. We want to bump some counter, which is in module counter, and here is publisher, and as you may see, our publisher is bottom line. So who was the publisher in here? Probably default, because we deployed our program with deployer called default. So let's run this command in here, and we need to pay, of course, for transaction. And as you may see, it was executed successfully. So what happened right now? Basically, we bumped the counter. So how we may check did we bump the counter for sure? We may do something like we may also go to, of course, the we may also check the transaction on Aptos scan, like in here. Go to Aptos Explorer, sorry, not scan, and go to this transaction on DevNet. Enter button. As you may see, we do not create any events, so events tab will be empty. But here in changes, we may see that the balance was changed because we paid for some transaction, and also another account was changed. There's also some account, so there was a change in accounts for this address. And as you may see, okay, I got deployed this contract already, so that's why it bumped up my account. But as you may see, we interact with this account, and this account was bumped. So this program I already deployed before, and I overwrite other latest version of this program. Yeah. So that's what happened here. So let's check what will happen when I bump it another time. Wait a second, I need to find my actual VS Code, which I'm using right now. Let's try to bump it again. Of course, let's pay it. Yeah, and there's our new transaction hash. So let's check it out. Did the interaction with blockchains was successful? We want to go to our changes. Let's find our counter, and in here we got our count is 5 right now. It was 4 before, so we bumped the counter. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And basically this is as simple as we may interact with blockchain. So we need to go a little bit further. We want to now create some front-end application that will be communicating with our blockchain, because we want to fetch some data from blockchain. Maybe we want to sign some transaction. It will be useful in future when we will be like trying to create some NFTs or NFT platform on any DAO that basically is start to do this. Yeah, we need to first of all know how to connect it, then we will be trying to make reactivity more advanced. So to do that, let's basically create new terminal. And as you may see in my tabs, I got in here Vue because I like Vue. Vue is the best for me. I believe Vue is the best tool to create the front-end application. It's simple, fast, and easy. That's why I will be using that. So yeah, yeah, that's why I got this tab. And let's go in here and let's create new Vue project. Let's call it for now front-end personal counter front-end. Okay, let's create it. I'd like to use TypeScript. Probably I will not use it full possibilities for this example, but I want to use it. I don't want any view router because I don't need it. Pinia is no need in here. VTest is also no need. I don't need any test for that. I'd like Slint to make my life easier, and also I like Preacher to make my life easier. As you may see, I got in here every comment which I should use right now. That's why I copy and paste it to run it and do it for me, everything. And let's open this counter frontend for this counter in here. Basically, if you're not familiar with Vue application, we got like, of course, main file that creates our module, that creates our Vue application. And in here we got like our first component. This is basically library that allow us to create modular front-end application. and it makes our life pretty easy when we want to create some application with frontend. So as you may see, we already hosted this application. So we may open up in here in our new tab. Oh, not that comment. This is basically, damn it, I got too many windows in here and it makes me anxious. Okay, this is our application. And let's maybe split for now our screen to demonstrate what is going on here. Let's hide this tab for a second and let's see. The welcome is something in here. So when we delete it, it should disappear. So, and we may also delete it from here. We will leave this basically, or maybe we will just simply delete it also. So let's delete this wrapper. Also, let's delete this header because we also do not need it. Yeah, and we now got like simple page, which contains only our main and some artifacts left before, which we also may delete because we don't need it already. Yeah, so we got also in here some components. For now, I will create our new component, which will be called Aptos counter. Is it fine? Yeah. View Aptos counter.view, and I will delete unused components because basically I don't need it. Wait a second, there's some trouble that the component do not exist. Where this component is used. I think it's not used now. It was used before and it do not refresh it. So let's try to rerun our application because there was some problem. This is npm to run our view application. As you may see in package.json, we need to pass dev comment, so we used npm run dev. And in here, we got our application, which we use. Yeah. So what we need to do now? Basically, we need to create first of all, let's create our script tabs, which will be sorry, which we will be using in the future. So let's create script tab. Okay, oh, not that. Okay, this is the script tab, and also let's create in here our template tab. So if you're not familiar, template tab allow us to insert in here things that will be rendered on our page, and also script tab allow us to make in here some interaction. So let's create in here new div element. And let's pass in here for now some text. As you may see, we do not see that on our page. Why is that? Because we need to import it in here. So let's import our Aptos counter. So let's copy this name. Let's import our Aptos counter from Aptos from dot components. components, and we want this component. Yeah, it should be fine, isn't it? There's some probably some issue with language. I probably make something not as I should. Here, here, and dot view. Yeah, I have to pass dot view. I forgot about it. Okay, so let's use it in our main application. Aptos counter component. So yeah, what is going on here? Why we don't see our component? Huh. Is it because of the name? No, this is all right. This is set up, yeah. And basically it should work right away. What's going on? What's going on? There's something not alright. Ah, okay, I forgot. Basically, this is not fully functional module yet, because we need to like initialize our module. To make it simple for now, I will pass in here a setup that will create our module for us. Basically, this will create this setup under the hood. As you may see, now it's visible, or maybe the engine do not load it. Yeah, sorry. So basically we're using view use yeah, we're using view 3, which is using Vita engine to compile TypeScript and also view code. And this engine do not support creating new files. We have to like refresh site to fetch new created files. That's why this file do not create in here. But we also want to pass in here a setup, and I will talk about later. So I create in here some space. As you may see, we may now see our counter. So this is it. And I'd like to create in here some text to make it more clear, and call it your counter. I write it in here your counter, because every user will be seeing in here them own counter. So yeah. So give me a second. I have to think what we need to do now. So next thing which we want to do is like checking what we did in here. When we publish our code, there is a publish function. We have in here information. There's our sender. Sender is person, or maybe some program. Like basically this is an account, yeah. So this is account which published our move module. So this move module will be related to that specific sender. So let's write it down. Let's write it our sender down, and then let's maybe create some function. Like there's our move module. So let's create the const value called move module, and our move module will be our address. Of course, the address is hash. So that's why we need to pass in here 0x, because this is hexadecimal value. So yeah, that's it. And for now, we need to create our we need to not create, but we need to like do something with it. For now, I interacted with, to make it simple, I interacted with our module with using same address, yeah. So basically, this address got the account, which is account with bytecode, which is also program which we want to use, and this account also got second account, which is account created using our program that allow it to have some counter. So we have in under this account, under this specific account, under this hash, we got like two accounts for now. One is the bytecode with our program, and second of all is the actual counter. So what we need to do now is like fetch some data from the blockchain. How we may do that? Basically, we want to use some function that allow us. So we have to install some library. So let's check which library we want to use. As you may see, I got npm in here, but I will talk about later. So let's open npm like so, and let's find in here Aptos, because we want to use official Aptos SDK. As you may see, this is the official Aptos SDK. This is created by Aptos Labs. And remember, always when you interact with blockchain and create some application on blockchain, check that you may see the source code of the application, because the source code of the application is very important, especially when you interact with wallet, because anyone may put some bad code that will steal your money from the wallet. So remember to always find out who's the owner and which code is used in some packages. This code is written down by Aptos Labs, so it's trustable, and I know that this is right code which I want to use. That's why I do not have to check it out second time, because I check it before, long before. And yeah, so let's install this new dependency. So let's go in new terminal to the personal counter front end, and let's install in here the Aptos. Let's install in here the Aptos library. Okay, when we install Aptos library, then we want to like find out what we need to do next. So how we may do that? Basically, to interact with blockchain, first of all, we need to tell the blockchain with who we want to like communicate. So let's go to in this tutorial to the app to let you know and show you what we want to do. And in here we got simple application, write it down in React, that works almost the same as application which we use in here, but there's probably like some changes because it's not same. This is a little bit easier, I believe. And yeah, we will be using that to support our development. So as you may see, we create in here Aptos client. That's why we also want to create the Aptos client. This is the client that will communicate with the blockchain. As you may see, we got an issue in here because the Aptos client is not defined. That's why we need to import it from the Aptos. I don't have any helpers that will import it for me. That's why I have to import it by myself. From Aptos. Yeah, and we want to import it from the Aptos. Yeah, this is the client. As you may see, client is now created. And we got like linked in here that we do not use this function yet. this not function, this variables yet, because we will be using it in few seconds. So yeah, let's run first function using our client. So basically we want like find we want like check which account, not which, we want to check did our client have some accounts. Yeah, so let's try to do that. Like we want to create in here the console log that will show us the accounts used by this client. And in this console log, we want to interact with client and find and basically get some accounts resources. This function, which you may find later in here, this function or maybe yeah, this is function. So maybe this method, yeah, this, sorry, because I don't remember everything. So this method basically allow us to get information about accounts stored on the chain. We will be creating something like some logic like this in here. So basically this function, this method allow us to fetch accounts related to our not program but module. So let's pass in here for now our address, which is hardcoded in here, and let's try to run it. So let's open our Vite application. Let's refresh it. As you may see, it works. Let's open the console. We got in here promise. Why is that? Because we do not know what is the value, because we need to wait for this value. That's why we need to pass in here await. But when we want to pass in here await, we need to make the setup asynchronous. So let's pass in here since because we want to create the async, because we want to create asynchronous setup. And now this module will be asynchronous. And for now, as you may see, we got in here the resources related to our accounts. First resource is some package registry, which is the object for basically related with our wallet that allow us to create some packages on the network. This is this thing that allow us to store programs on chain. So yeah, this is it. Second thing in here is the our coin storage. This is coin storage for specific coin. In here, this is storage for Aptos, and in here are information about my Aptos tokens in this wallet. Another thing is some account. This is some account. This is probably information about our accounts. Basically, like everything what we need to know about our account. And in here, the latest is something what we want to, not something what we want to use. Basically, as you may see, this is the longest one because it got like, this is 0x1 is the system 0x1 is system like this is system account, sorry I forgot the word. And in here this account is our counter account. As you may see, this is account called counter holder. And why is that? Because as you may see in our move module in source code, we created heroes publisher, which is same address as this one. And we created in here in module counter our storage counter holder. And basically it is visible in here because we pass in here has a key that allow blockchain to create this specific long key related to our account. I believe this is I believe everything was understandable for now. uh, I will probably end this video for now, and the next video will be in few days. Leave a like button, click the like click the like button, leave a follow on Twitter, and wait for another video cause we will like fully connect it, cause this is more advanced thing, but not as advanced as you may think. I don't want to create long videos, that's why I'm cutting it right now. So see you in the next video, and yeah, see you.